All right, this is gonna be a lot shorter than yesterday's video on bonds or on stocks. Bonds are basically a loan from you. It's an interest earning loan. To a company or to the government. They are safer than stocks because the market isn't fluctuating. They are set in an interest rate and they just have to pay it back. Couple things to think about when you're looking at these. They are kind of opposites of each other. So as the interest rate goes up, the bond prices come down. That's a down arrow. Okay. Bond prices come down. Something that people often look at, well, they will look at the rates of return. So they're going to look at an investment's value. So they might look at something they've already invested in and kind of see how much money they are actually getting back from it. So whether that's a savings account, a bond, a stock, a certificate of deposit, just a loan that they gave to their friend and they're charging them an interest rate for it, you can figure out the rates of return. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And so when we're looking at rates of return, it is the net profit or loss because, again, you might be losing money on a stock at a given time, divided by your initial investment, which would give you a decimal, and then you're going to go ahead and multiply it by 100 to give you the percent. So here is an example. Okay, so you put $5,000 in a CD, or certificate of deposit. Again, it's like a savings account, but it says that you're going to keep it in for a set number of years. Whereas if I put money in my normal savings account in my bank, I can go ahead and I can take that money out whenever I want. A CD is a savings account where you're gaining interest, but you have to keep it in for a specified amount of time. So we put in $5,000 in a CD and it grew to be worth $5,500. So we want to find the rate of return. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is we are going to need to find the net profit. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find the net profit by subtracting these two numbers. Okay, so my new value minus my old value. I'm getting a gain of $500. Okay, so sometimes this will be a negative number because you're losing money on it. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that $500 and I'm going to divide it by our initial investment, so by our $5,000. I'll get a decimal and I'll multiply that decimal by 100 to give me my percent return. So I'm going to get a 10% is going to be my rate of return.